As population increases, the world seemingly becomes smaller, and with it, the energy reliance between all on the planet is becoming more evident each day. We are now well into the 21st century. Technology has had a significant impact on all our lives, and yet, over 1/3 of the world population continues to live without access to electricity. A decade later, that number has only decreased by less than 10%. That number jumps slightly higher for people who have sporadic or rolling access to electricity. These numbers are unacceptable when you consider the global disparity in living standards. We must all work together toward a global balance by moving to a sustainable energy future. SPS has an important role to play in achieving this goal. Strategic Power Systems, SPS, is made up of talented engineers, computer analysts, and customer service specialists. SPS leverages over a quarter-century energy industry experience to provide unbiased products and services focused on plant reliability and performance.
Hi, I'm Sal Della Villa, CEO of Strategic Power Systems. I'd like to take this time to introduce you to a process we're now calling SPS Immersion. It's all about you immersing yourself in our products, the Operational Reliability Analysis program that allows you to benchmark your performance against the fleet of operating assets all over the world, and another process we call installed base configuration tracking that allows the original equipment manufacturers to understand how their fleets are aging and performing over time. ORAP and IBCT need information from you. You need information that allows us to understand how you perform. We are going to be rolling out SPS Immersion to introduce ORAP and IBCT to you over the next year. We look forward to your feedback. We appreciate your participation every day, and we're looking for information from you to ensure that we are adding value back to you.
So SPS is the go-to company for gas turbine reliability data. And there really isn't another company like SPS serving the gas turbine industry. They are the name, they are the people to call when you want this information. They all know that SPS can be trusted to gather the data reliably, accurately, not to make endorsements, but just to report the data.
Hi, I'm Bob Schwieger. I'm the editor of the Combined Cycle Journal. When I think of SPS, I think of four things. Number one, the statistically valid ORAP database, which helps accumulate all key performance indicators for engines and enables users to do a better job of managing their equipment. I think of the special relationship this company has with the Western Turbine users, which is the largest aero user group in the world. I also think of the intimate knowledge the engineers at SPS have with regard to equipment design and failure mechanisms. And finally, I think of SPS for its ability to track parts throughout their respective lives to protect the safety of workers and also to ensure high reliability of the engines.
So it becomes a pretty simple decision if you're running a power plant. All I have to do is fill out the forms and report this data that I would have reported anyway. And in exchange for that, I'll get a report back from SPS telling me how this particular plant compares to similar plants in the business. And that's very valuable to a plant manager.
The backbone of SPS's products and services is the ORAP database. ORAP stands for the Operational Reliability Analysis Program. To appreciate the ORAP database, we must understand where the data comes from. The original equipment manufacturers, or OEMs, that design, manufacture, service, and repair rotating turbines and plant equipment are a primary source of data. The global operating plants generating either electrical or mechanical power are another primary source of the data. The combination of OEMs and power plant data positions ORAP as a unique source of critical business information in the energy market today. After all, the OEMs and the operating plants share a common objective, and that is achieving the highest level of availability and reliability performance. Let's peer into the ORAP database and discover its main components. First, let's look at base ORAP. It captures data both continuously and contiguously. This data is captured by plant owners, operators, and O&M groups. Data can be captured in two ways. Either it is reported and entered manually via DE-Web, or it is collected online automatically through a plant's control system using ORAP Link software.
Technology helps improving the quality of the information coming from the field by giving us opportunities to collect data directly from the control system to accurately reflect the true operation of that unit from start to stop and all the load changes in between.
The second major component of ORAP is IBCT, or Installed Base Configuration Tracking. This type of data is captured as events occur directly from OEM personnel, such as field service engineers, technical support, contract service support, O&M team, or even operating management. These individuals capture and send data using I and ST, or Installation and Service Tracking software. What types of major data does ORAP capture? The first is counter data. This data is indicative of equipment age. It is related to fired hours, fired starts, and turbine cycles at various loads. Counter data can be obtained either manually or more accurately through a tie to the turbine control system using ORAP Link or ORAP Cycles Tracking. This data interfaces with ORAP Parts Tracking. The second is operating data. This data focuses on how time is allocated into reserve hours, operating hours, and downtime or unavailability. This also includes plant startups. The third is event data, which is focused on plant downtime or unavailability. This downtime is comprised of forced, unplanned, and planned outages. Pedigree data, or plant configuration, is the fourth type of data collected. This data represents the specific equipment, plant arrangement, age, fuel characteristics, and other key technologies. Pedigree data is essential for defining peer groups used for benchmarking plant performance. But what does all this mean for you? ORAP data is transformed into unbiased performance benchmarks of reliability, availability, and maintainability, or R.A.M. With ORAP, you can identify what it takes to achieve best-in-class performance. And we all know the impact that even a 1% gain in availability can mean to a plant's profitability. Today, the market demands optimal performance across various duty cycles, fuel uses, and equipment ages. ORAP provides the answer.
My name is Tom Christensen. I'm the Senior Vice President with the Customer Service Business at SPS. SPS's business is information. And every business out there in the energy marketplace needs information to make their decisions. So they have a choice. Do they use information that's collected in an insular format just within their company? Or do they want information that represents the entire industry? Our goal is to provide information that represents the entire industry. And we collect it in a standard way using industry standard formats, and we provide that information back so that you can make more informed decisions that support your individual businesses.
If I was the general manager of a power station, I would insist that my O&M team participated in the ORAP program. Now, as you know, O&M people are very busy. They record a lot of data, they fill in a lot of forms, sometimes for air permitting agencies, sometimes for government reliability records, and often they feel overwhelmed with all the reports and data they have to write down. But nevertheless, the data needed to complete an ORAP report is likely already in place to begin with. So it's not going to be difficult to find the data, fill in the form once each month, and send it into ORAP.
I'm often asked by turbine owners, what value is ORAP to me? why should I join the ORAP system? And I tell them, well, you want to know how you stack up against your competition. This is a competitive industry. You're competing against other people. If your availability is not as good as the next guy's, if your reliability is not as good, well, then you're not going to be dispatched. And your bottom line is going to be lower than the other guy. So it's always good to be part of this whole data pool to benchmark yourself against the fleet.
The report coming back is going to help the plant on two levels. At the operational level, it will help pinpoint the specific problems causing forced outages and lay a path for remedial action. But at the management level, it helps me as the general manager understand how my power station might compare from a reliability standpoint to another power station 50 miles down the road with an identical configuration.
SPS is an information technology company. And what that means to us is that we collect data from different sources all over the world. We use our processes, our expertise, and our software to turn that data into information that then can be provided back to companies to make business decisions. So the key to the whole process that we have is the quality of the data that's coming in here. And we work extensively with our customer base to ensure it's of the highest quality possible.
Oftentimes, managers will say, our people are the best. We're far above average. But every plant can't be above average. And it's important from a management standpoint to know where your plant fits in.
Every day we interact with thousands of people all around the globe, talking to them about the issues that they're having at their site, the information that we want from them, and the information that they need from us in terms of supporting their businesses.
It's all about choice. That means our energy sources, now and in the future, are the key to meeting forecasted growth. Over the next 30 years, global energy demand is expected to grow by 50 to 100%. A goal of the U.S. is to have wind energy deliver 20% of that forecasted need. If achieved, this will be a substantial contribution, as well as an important milestone in integrating renewable energy sources into the energy mix.
The Department of Energy released a report that defined 20% of our energy requirements here in the USA by the year 2030. Sandia National Labs, in conjunction with Strategic Power Systems, is very much focused on providing the right data levels and knowledge levels and information levels to support that goal.
In today's energy market, the drive for profitability influences technology selection. A key success factor is how effectively product reliability is monitored, measured, and verified. This is our goal. This is the role of SPS.